What's poppin', YouTube? We're back with another tier list video. This week we will be taking a look at the Supreme Week 11 drop list. This week is going to be featuring some artwork from HJR. Looks like they are going to be featuring two different items, both the loose fit jean and the hooded work jacket. We also have a collection from Jane's Addiction also going to be dropping. Let's go ahead and get into the drop list. But first, let's go ahead and head over to the tier list in case this is your first time watching a tier list video. At the very top, we got the Riz tier. That is going to be the highest level. That's going to be Cloud 9. That's going to be the cream of the crop. Of course, we got a bumper for any item that does go in the Riz tier. Then, of course, A, B, and C level. And then at the depths of the dungeon, on the very bottom, dusting it off for the Timmy section. Of course, we will go over each item as well as the prices. Let's go ahead and get into the drop list. First and foremost, we got the Supreme David Howell & Co. metal bookmark. This one is going to be an accessory, of course, retailing for $20. Looks like going to be coming in a variety of 3 different bezels. You got the red bezel, you got the see-through bezel, and then you also got the black bezel. Once again, is this an item you absolutely need? Probably not. But if you're a reader, definitely something to add to the collection. Doesn't really break the bank. We're going to go ahead and start with this one. Because you can read a good book, we're going to go ahead and put that one on the A tier. All right, next item we have on the drop list, we're going to go hard with the 2 Brooklyn Machine Works Hard Trail Park bikes. I know you can do a lot. Maybe if you live in Utah, I could definitely see myself riding something like this, maybe getting a little bit more involved in the biking industry. Can't do any backflips yet, can't get any big airs, but nonetheless, pretty dope customization, especially if you are a biker. I will put these a little bit higher. Again, if I were to get into the sport, I would probably have them a little higher, but just for the average Supreme fan, we're going to go ahead and put this one in the B tier. Next item on the drop list is going to be the HJR Trumpo loose fit jeans. These ones not only are a mouthful to pronounce, but are going to be retailing at $198. We do have this featuring the HJR artwork. Of course, you can see there on the pants. And just because we're going to have a couple items with HJR artwork on them, let's go ahead and take kind of a brief history of Supreme because these two have worked together in the past. Of course, HJR did do a Supreme teaser for the fall-winter 2022 box logos. I did pull up that poster from that ad as well. And then some of HJR's artwork, just wanted to hop on over. He is HJR.digital over on Instagram. Some really cool airbrush paintings. Probably one of my favorite going to be this one. Right here, and most of you guys know why. But we're going to head on over. Put the pants. I do like them. Is it really something I would wear? I like everything except like the pins on them. I'm not really big on the flare, but we're going to go ahead, and because we do like the overall look of these jeans, we're going to go ahead and put that one on the A tier as well. All right, let's stick to the HJR Art. We have the other item that is going to be featuring HJR Art, and that is going to be the hooded work jacket. This is going to be retailing for $438. Also, really like this one. Just don't really love the pins on it, but that's just a small critique in general. Like the artwork, like the look of kind of the vintage denim. As well. I would also put this one on the A tier right next to the pants. Also, the pants did retail for $198 in case I forgot to mention that when we looked at the pants. Next item we got is going to be the Ark Thermal Zip-Up Hoodie. I'm actually a fan of these. $198 going to be the retail. They are going to be lined with fleece. This is going to be a heavyweight cross-grain brushback fleece with cotton waffle thermal lining. So we'll have the thermal waffle lining. $198 going to be the retail. These are going to be coming in a variety of 6 different colorways. We got the camo, the gray, the navy, that pink colorway, that bubblegum pink, pretty nice color as well. Black and red. Just taking a look at the jacket's front and then taking a look at the thermal underneath it. Definitely get a lot of wear with something like that up in my neck of the woods. I do really like the gray one. I also really like the pink one. I'm also going to put the Supreme zip up. I'm going to go ahead, just so we can get started off on the right foot, we're going to go ahead and put this one up on the wrist here. All right, next item we have on the drop list is going to be the leather shoulder bags. Now, for the leather bag set, I'm just going to place all of the bags. We are getting, it looks like 3 different colorways. We're getting the cowhide leather with the embossed logo lining. We have, I believe, a shoulder bag. There's also a leather backpack. And then we also have, I believe, the duffel bag, the fanny pack, and the large duffel bag. I'm more a fan of the fanny pack and the large duffel bag. Not really digging the brown or the green colorway, but black is all right, and I'm going to go ahead and put that one in the C tier. Next item on the drop list. Looks like let's stay on the leather side of things. We got the leather baggy 5-pocket. In case you're trying to bust a kickflip in something spectacular, well, you might want to look to these. We got the leather baggy. These ones are going to be a 5-pocket jean. These are going to retail for $498. Like I said, in case you needed a little extra zap on that kickflip, you might want to look in this direction. But if you're like me and don't need that extra zap on that kickflip, you'll probably also find this one in the tier. All right, what do we got next? Let's go ahead and go to the reflective piping pullover. $178. I actually don't mind this. Just to read the tech specs: water-resistant polyhexagon ripstop with mesh lining and taffeta sleeve lining. Half-zip closure with an on-seam hand pocket at lower front. Interior elastic shock cord at hem with elastic cuffs. 3M reflective piping throughout. $178. This one is going to be coming in 4 different colorways. I'm a big fan of that white colorway, but I don't think you can go wrong with the coat. So we're going to go ahead and put this one up on the, let's go ahead and put this one on the B tier. I'll probably put that one at the top of the B tier. All right, we moving along quite fastly today. Next item we got on the drop list before we get into any of the Jane's Addiction collection, we got the reflective Jackart camp cap. This is going to be retailing for $58. Going to be coming in a variety of 6 different colorways. Besides the style of this hat, I actually like the pattern and the print on the top. I think the design is decent. Maybe if it would be on a different style cap. Not a big camp cap fan. As some of you guys that have watched the channel and watched some of the previous tier lists definitely probably know by now, camp cap does not fit my facial structure very well. So therefore, we're going to make room right next to the leather 5 pockets in the Timmy tier. All right, little delay on the sound effect, but that is just fine, folks. We got a ton of stuff still to go over. Now let's get into the first item of the James Addiction feature, part of this collection. Gonna feature, I believe, 7 or 8 items. Let's go ahead and take a quick sound snippet in case any of you younger fans are not aware of Alice in Chains. All right, just a little sound snippet there. Wanted to pop that up. Definitely a band. I know there are some people that watch the channel that were pretty excited about this collection. I haven't heard back from them to see if they actually like the items, but there were definitely fans in the chat last week as well. I'm not a big fan of a lot of these items that they are going to be dropping, but nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into it a little bit deeper. $228. We got the Supreme Jane's Addiction cardigan. This one going to be retailing for $228. Interesting looking graphic on the back. I do like that. I just don't really like the material. I like the cut. I just don't necessarily like the material. I definitely don't care for the kind of brownish maroon colorway on the bottom. But with that said, I do like the back print. Probably my favorite item in the collection. So we're going to go ahead and put that one up on the top of the B tier. All right, next item we're going to go right back on over to the reflective piping track pant. These are going to be $148, going to be coming in a variety of 4 different colorways. Depending if you're going for the full fit, I would say white colorway, probably my favorite, unless, again, you're trying to match an upper or the jacket. If you're trying to match the jacket, I would go for white if I was only buying one. Where I definitely think the full fit would be in full effect, especially with this sweatsuit. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and put the pants right next to the jacket. I feel that's a 1-2 bang bang. Free shipping and everything if you get those two. But nonetheless, next item we got on the drop list going to be the new Era accent beanie. These are going to be retailing for $40. Going to be coming in a variety of 6 different colorways. I'm a big fan of the beanie. I don't really like the beanies unless they fold over the ears because it does get pretty cold here. I like to keep the ears somewhat warm. With that said, print on the back isn't terrible. We're going to go ahead and put the beanie, not the peenie, no diddy, up on the C tier. All right, next item that we got, looks like we're going to be getting back into the Jane's Addiction collection in just 1 second. But before we go into that, we got the Rhinestone 5-panel. This is going to be a $78 hat. Now, the 5-panel is more my style. I don't actually mind a little rhinestone. I don't mind this Supreme spell out on the front. Definitely don't hate it. My camo print would definitely be my favorite. For the 6 panels. I would rather have a snack pack. That's the only difference. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and place the 6 panel up on the top of the B tier. All right. Next item that we got on the drop list. Looks like we are going to step back into the Jane's Addiction collection. We have the Jane's Addiction SteHeing Tea. Let's go ahead and blow that one up a little bit. Looks like this one's going to be coming in a variety of 4 different colorways. Looks like a girl. Yeah, I can't really see the image real close, but looks like a girl taking something from the grocery store. Then on the back there, you got the back hit. Got been caught stealing. This one, not the biggest fan of. I don't mind the front hit. I think it could have went without the saying on the back hit to keep it a hundo pundo. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and put the t-shirt in the, we'll put that at the top of the C tier. Next item on the drop list, we're going to take a sidestep from the Jane's Addiction collection to the woven stripe shirt. This is going to be retailing for $138. Going to be coming in a variety of 2 different colorways. 2 different colorways that we definitely don't need in the collection. And our boy, Timmy. He's going to get right there in the Timmy tier. All right, let's go ahead and make sure that we got that one situated in the lowest tier on our tier list. But with that said, let's go ahead and hop on over to the next item. We got the Supreme Jane's Addiction short sleeve shirt. I don't mind a good button up in the summer, especially if I'm skating and get my shirt wet, or if I'm profusely sweating. I do like a button up because my shoulder's a little bit hurt. With the button up, we can just rip off. This one, not really loving the graphic. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and put the button up on the C tier right next to the t-shirt. All right, back on over to the drop list. We got the Supreme Jane's Addiction Ringer Tee. If there's one thing I don't miss from the 90s, it's ringer tees. So therefore, I don't even really look at the image on the t-shirt. I'm just going to go ahead and put this one in the tier. Next item we got on the list is going to be the Jane's Addiction Ritual Tee. Now, this one's got an interesting graphic on the front, $48 price. Something a little different. Do I love it? No. This one also does, I believe, have a back hit on it as well. Let's go ahead and turn that one around. Jane's Addiction Ritual to Ritual De Lo Habitual. All right. A little MO on the back of the tee. I don't love it. I don't hate it. This one I definitely like better than the others. So we're going to go ahead and put that one on the bottom of the B tier. All right, next item on the drop list. We are not going too far from the Jane's Addiction collection. We do have the Jane's Addiction hooded sweatshirt. This one going to be coming in a variety of 3 different colorways. As you can see there, the graphic on the front. I don't mind the graphic on the back. I definitely like the back better than the front. With that said, it is something a little bit different. I kind of like that tan colorway, but I would probably put this one, I would say probably mediocre at best. All right, let's go ahead and pop up the tier list. Yeah, I think right around the B level would be a good place for this one. Probably right behind the bike. I might even like the t-shirt more, but I think right next to each other would be an ideal spot. We'll go ahead and move the cap right in front of them there. Just resituate it a little bit. And just because I feel like we haven't had enough Riz tier items, we're going to go ahead and move the bookmarker up to the Riz tier. All right, we got 2 items left on the drop list. We got the Jane's Addiction Supreme Mechanics jacket. Looks like this one going to be coming in a variety of 2 different colorways, $298. Going to be the price of this one. You also saw this image on the t-shirts as well. You do have the front, kind of that vintage style there. You got the high neck. You also got the down. You got the zip buttons and pockets on both the front and the sleeve. I don't mind the style of the jacket. It's definitely nothing I need to go out of my way for. I probably like the t-shirt a little bit better. With that said, we'll just go ahead and put this one on the top of the C tier. All right, and last but not least, let's go ahead and go over to the jersey that was supposed to drop last week. I'm just going to go ahead and pop that one up on the screen. This is going to be the Crest soccer jersey. Probably one of my favorite items of the drop list. This is a poly jersey with mesh panels, woven logo patch, and Jackart logo rib. This one is, I believe, going to be retailing. I don't know if we got the retail list. Let me just go ahead here and double check. The retail is going to be $98 on the soccer jersey. Again, they are going to be coming in a variety of 4 different colorways. Let's go ahead and pop those ones up on the screen so you guys can see all of the colorways. We got the pink and black one, probably going to be my favorite. Then the Brazil, the green and yellow colorway, probably my second favorite. Let's go on over to the tier list. This is going to be the last item. We're going to go ahead and put this one up at the very top. Again, up on the wrist tier. That is going to be the tier list for Supreme Week 11. What are you guys copping? What are you guys dropping? Let me know down in the comments. It's been your boy J-Mac. Until the next one, love you all. I will see you later. Whoop, whoop.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off.
Gang shit, bad shit, gang subscribe, close.
Drip Eliante, pulling up, feeling like Harry Belafonte. Look at my racks, feel like Serena went from the back.